house of random, I wouldn't say useless, but just random stuff.
And you're going to Chili's to sit down with the fam, and a goddamn robot pulls up and tries to serve you. You're like, excuse me. I'd like to be a gallon of milk that expires, maybe the 23rd, the 24th, instead of, maybe the 15th, the 16th. You know what I'm saying?
What is up, everybody? Welcome back. If you're new, welcome. My name would be Evan. You can call me Ev Red, Captain Redbeard, Big Red Bastard, Red Rob Zombie, Son of Ritz. We go by a whole bunch of names, whole bunch of titles. What's up, everybody? Welcome back. It is bet. 11 on the dot, which is a lot later than when I wanted to get started, but fuck it. Some things you can't help. But what is up, everybody? It is Saturday, May 18th at 11:01 p.m. I know we're back to our usual setting, late night, whatever. I just got off work like an hour ago. Well, not even an hour ago, less than an hour ago. But I got off work, worked a light little 2 to 10, nothing too crazy. Nothing too crazy. I was working with the homies today. So that made the shift fly by. Honestly, I've said it before, but like one of the only good things about working like minimum wage, common jobs, I guess, like food industry, restaurant industry, retail, customer service, um, your employees and the people you work, well, not your employees, your coworkers and the people you work with, honestly, make so much of what your job is. Because I've said it before and I'll say it again. There'll be a shift. It will be X hour to X hour. And I'll be like, fuck, I do not want to go in today. Like, this is just going to be bummy. Like, I'm not looking forward to it. Or even I'm dragging my feet up to it, like leading up to it during the week. Let's say it's later in the week and it's early right now. I'm like, fuck, man, that's bullshit shift on Saturday. Literally this shift today, I knew about it Friday of last week or like Saturday of last week. And I was like, fuck, bro. A 2 to 10 on Saturday, like at least it's better than a Sunday, but still, like, just don't like doing the 2 to 10 shift. And then come to find out that we got the homie working there as well. Shout out Slumpy. He was on as well, same shift. And we're supposed to have Stancy, supposed to be the closing manager. I don't know if he called out or if it was just whatever thing. But we're supposed to have the God Squad. And we even had TTV Twitch.tv/follow Cargo. He was over there in La Farmacia. So we had the whole gang on today. We honestly had the whole gang on today. And that made the shift go by and was a lot more, I guess, tolerable. It was a weird hybrid because, like, not a lot happened. But at the same time, a lot did. Like, I'd look at the clock and it's like, okay, it's 3:45, almost 4, and then it's 4 o'clock. I'm like, okay, it's been 2 hours, but it doesn't feel like it's been 2 hours, but I haven't really been doing all that much. And then, all right, now it's 6 o'clock. I very much felt every 2 hours. Yeah, every 2 hour block, but it wasn't miserable. Like, I was checking the clock all the fucking time. Like, it wasn't anything like that, but I just look over. It's like 3:45, 4 o'clock. Glance over, 5:30 ish, 6 o'clock. Glance over, like a little after 7, turns into 8. But it was nice. It was nice. It's a lot more fun when you're working with your homies. And it's funny because Slumpy was asking me, because I work tomorrow, which sucks, but I work tomorrow 9:30. It's like 3:30 or whatever the fuck, right? So he's like, bro, I'll do your morning shift if you take my closing shift because I don't want to do this closing shift. And I was like, ugh, I would, but I already told my mom about this shift today. And I had the past 3 days off. I had Tuesday through Thursday off, but I didn't hardly see her at all throughout those 3 days. It was actually pretty depressing. So I didn't spend any of my time off that I had with my mom. I was hanging out there watching TV and shit. Didn't do any of that. And then I worked today 2 to 10, so she was tired when I was leaving in the afternoon. I could tell she was not going to make it till by the time I got off and even later. So I told her earlier today, I was like, yeah, tomorrow, I get up early, but I'm off early. She's like, all right, cool. So I'm like, yeah, let's do something. Let's hang out. Because I'm sure you guys may or may not experience the same, but when you live in a house with other people and then everyone works all the time, but people have different schedules, even though you live in the same place, and it happened with my sister as well, when me, mom, my sister all working, I'm always usually the night person, I'm always usually closing, and then my mom, my sister are like 8 to 5 or 9 to 4, whatever the fuck, right? Or 9 to 5, 8 to 4, whatever, right? So they're on the complete opposite schedule. So by the time I'm off or the time I'm going to work, they're still at work or almost off work, but they're already, I go to bed damn near by the time they go to work kind of thing. So even though we live in the same house, I still haven't seen my mom much in this past like week, which is crazy and fucking sad that we live together. But I mean, that's how our schedules have been. Because I'll go to work, I'll go to work like today, for example, even though she didn't work today, but I'll go to work at like 2, 3 in the afternoon. She doesn't get off until 5:30, maybe 6. So by the time I'm on, she's getting off and she gets up and has to go to work at 8 in the morning. So then by the time I'm off for my 2 to 10 or even sometimes my 8:30 shifts, she'll already be asleep. So I was like, all right, cool. So I told her, I was like, yo, I'm off at like 3:30 tomorrow, 3:34. Let's fucking hang out. And it's Sunday. Because if it wasn't Sunday and it was just a regular work day, like Monday through Friday, I would have been like, fuck yeah, I'll take that. So I can sleep in, whatever, whatever, whatever. But only because it's Sunday and it's one of her only days off because she's off Saturdays and Sundays. So I was like, fuck. I would normally, Slimpy, I would take your 3 to 10, your 2 to 10. But this is the weekend and this is like the only opportunity I'm going to have to see her until like Tuesday when I have Tuesday off. So, because I know it'll probably be the same thing on Monday when I work like 3 to 8:30. She'll also probably be tired, maybe even asleep by the time I get home. So I'm trying to spend time with Ma. I'm a mama's boy. I love me, mommy. So I'm trying to maximize the time to spend with her. So even though it's kind of shitty and custerly, like I won't be done recording this podcast till after midnight, and then I'm going to take a shower, and then I'm going to go stream twitch.tv/eel sauce. I'm used to getting like no sleep, and I don't have to fucking. I'm just doing a bullshit checking stand shift tomorrow, so it's not even like I have to have my brain on. I'm just going beep, beep, beep. Hi, how are you? Beep, beep, beep. Like it's not that crazy. So I'm glad for that, so I can at least, because I know I'm gonna feel like a zombie. I already know I'm gonna feel like a zombie, but fuck it. At least I don't have to like worry about more important things like my other positions that I do that are slightly more important or have more impact than just oops, I double scanned. So yeah, I guess I'm only in the way kind of excited for the shift just because for whatever reason, probably because it's outside of my norm, but for whatever reason, getting up early or having to do these bullshit shifts of getting up early or whatever, my body just is fine with or usually pretty adjusted to. So like today, I get up at like fucking 1:30 or whatever and go to work at like 2. I'm fucking yawning by the time it's like 4 or whatever, right? Like craziness. But then I'll work like this shift tomorrow and I probably won't be yawning all that much. I might be jinxing myself right now that I'm talking about it, but I've worked other cresterly early morning shifts, even fucking 6 to 2, which I have again later this week. I'm not even going to talk about that. But even like a bitch ass 6 to 2, not really yawning, even though I'm there in the store at 6 o'clock in the fucking morning, which should be illegal, but I'm not really yawning all that much. I'm not really too tired. But then I work the shifts like today. I had fucking 2 energy drinks today. 2 of them. 2 of them. Granted, they're both for free, and that's partially why I had 2 of them. But still, I had 2 fucking energy drinks. That's why I'm fucking I don't know what it is inside energy drinks, and it doesn't matter what brand or what kind, but I'll drink an energy drink, and that shit just makes me fucking itchy. I feel like a fucking crackhead. So if you guys have been noticing, you probably can't see my legs, but I've been fucking scratching my thighs because I'm like, bro, my legs feel so fucking itchy. Like the back of my neck feels fucking itchy. And it doesn't matter if it's a fucking Monster, Ghost, Rain, fucking G Fuel, fucking whatever. I don't know what the fuck ingredient it is that is in that shit. Could even just be caffeine itself. That shit just makes me itchy, and I always forget about it until I drink an energy drink, and then I'm cracked out, and then I'm itchy. I'm like, oh, fuck. Forgot. This shit makes me fucking itchy. But yeah, so I'm kind of in a weird way. I guess I'm looking forward to it because then I have the rest of the day off, and then I'm not on till like 3 on Monday. So I'll have the rest of the day off, and give or take basically like 24 hours. Yeah, I'll basically have give or take 24 hours between that shift and the next shift. Yeah, 24 hours between the 2 shifts. So that'll be nice because this is shitty. They just on paper on schedule less than 12 hours between each shift. Like if everything clocks in and clocks out correctly, 10 p.m. clock off and then 9:30 clock in. Like, that is base less than 12 hours. Not to mention my custody tree as far as schedules. Like I said, I got it home. I meant to do this shit by like 10:30, and next thing I know, I'm getting everything set up, and it's like 11 o'clock. So that's fun. So like I said, my mind at work, I'm like, all right, bet. There's like 2 hours between the time you should get home and the time they should go live, because I'm trying to go live at like midnight. I'm like, boom, you can do this, bang this out, bang this out. Nope, sorry, sweaty. You're going live at fucking at 11 o'clock. But fuck it, whatever. I'm a DGen, so I don't really give a hoot. But yeah, so otherwise, if it wasn't the weekend, I'd just be like, yeah, sure, fuck yeah, I'll take it off. Whatever. Or I'll switch you rather. But no, I want to do shit tomorrow. I got to edit and upload the 24-hour stream onto the YouTube channel. Make sure you tap in the fucking Discord. Linked in every description of every video. Check out the Discord. We got all kinds of shit popping. We just actually uploaded on the YouTube channel. That's the same as the Twitch channel, Eel Sauce. We just uploaded our first video of playing Fortnite, basically. And it's not by any means the first time me playing Fort. It's just since I made this YouTube channel based off clips from the Twitch, this is the first one that I recorded for Fortnite. So we got like 6 or 7 crowns in a night in the span of like a handful of hours, like 3-4 hours. And in Fortnite terms, that's pretty freaking good. Because you play a big game with 100 people and you have either up to like 3 friends or 2 friends or even just yourself, and it's 100 other people, and it filters down all the way until one person wins or one team or group or whatever wins. So you do that the first time and you get a crown for doing that. And then if you do that again, you get what's called a crown win. And then it's just something that you can flex and show other people. So basically you win the game twice. Or you can load into a game, kill somebody that has a crown, right? Because that's part of the incentive is you can kill somebody that has a crown in your game. You can pick that up, and then if you won that game while you're wearing the crown, that would count as a crown dub. So you can do it in a single game if you kill somebody with it, but usually speaking, most crown dubs are from winning games back to back. So we won 7 crowns in one sesh to kind of give a perspective of how fucking crazy and gripless that is. So yeah, we're on the grind, 100 crowns in Fort. Crushed that shit, got 100. We might be at like a 101 now, I'm not sure. We're definitely at 100, but we might be at 101. But the new season starts in like next week, 6 days. May 24th is the next season. So, or no, that's 8 days. I know how to math. Yeah, I'm excited. A little over a week, new Fort comes out. So yeah, I uploaded that on the YouTube channel. So go check that out. There's also, I think, 7 or 8 episodes of The Adventures of Tony V on there, which is just a Grand Theft Auto character I've made, just fucking around. It's been a lot of fun. And as always, as well, you can also find all the episodes of the podcast, also in the Discord as well. So go check out the fucking Discord so you don't miss out. Well, yeah, we're sipping on something dangerous today. This shit right here. So, as y'all are I'm sure you've seen throughout the episodes, we're pretty well versed when it comes to sipping on hard beverages. So, this is some fucking warlock witchcraft sorcery. This is one of the craziest. This and like Sunny D collab was crazy. So, what this is right here is a 12 ounce, you read that right, Arizona iced tea with peach, but it's fucking alcohol. It is 5% fucking alcohol in this 12 ounce can. So when I saw that, I saw some people on Instagram, they had the tall boys, the bigger cans. They had those, and it was the green tea with ginseng honey one. And I was like, what? They took Arizona tea and they made it fucking alcohol? What? And then I go to Wally World, boom, tall boy of the ginseng ones. And I was like, oh my God. I don't even normally go for that flavor. I'm personally a sweet tea kind of guy when it comes to Arizona tea. But I saw that at Wally World, had to buy it. I was like, are you fucking kidding me? That's awesome. Cracked it open, tasted like every Arizona iced tea I've ever had. Every single one. I had to check. I'm like, is this booze? Is this? Huh? Are we sure it's got booze in it? It did not taste like it had booze in it. Fucking crazy. This shit, oh, if you like peach, oh, it's the it's literally just tastes like peach tea. It literally just tastes like peach tea. So the other day at work, they have like a clearance section towards the back, and some of the stuff is overstock, but some of the stuff is also damaged. So like they fucked up the box or whatever the fuck. For whatever reason, it just can't sell for whole price. So they have it in the back of the store and they've slapped it on clearance. And I was looking at other beverages they had there. There was first, it was right in front of it, was this a pale ale, but it was from like prickly pear cactus juice. So it was like a prickly pear beer. I was like, ooh, that sounds interesting. And I was looking at that. And then as I was putting it back, after looking at it, putting it back, I saw what was a 12 pack of this. It was like the Arizona Hard Tea Party Pack or something like that. And it was 4 peach flavors, 4 of the ginseng with honey flavors, and then 4 lemon flavors party pack. And the box was all fucked up and it was dented and damaged. And it was like 25% off or something like that. So it was like, I think at the end of the day, all said and done, it was like $15 for the 12 pack. Which, hey, I don't know about y'all, but I'll pay $15 for a 12 pack. I'm not too pressed. A little over a buck per drink. That's within ease range. I'll take that. So yeah, so I got that yesterday. Was crushing through those puppies, and then I got like 5 or 6 left. I think I killed like half the pack yesterday. It's just so hard not to because it just tastes like tea. It is just good, and it's 5%, which is basically like a beer. So I have a pretty high tolerance, especially when it comes to like stuff like this. Like I'm used to drinking tall boys of like 8% and like multiples of those. So a fucking 12 ounce that's 5%. That's like drinking a fucking Michelob Light or Michelob Ultra or some shit. Like that is it. Don't get me wrong, still alcohol. We're still feeling it, but we can definitely cruise a lot longer off of these puppies than some like fucking the 8% tall boys, or God forbid if we're doing mixies or shots or anything like that. I don't even think I can shoot. I think my shooter days are behind me, honestly, unless it's like a fucking like the little tiny pre-made ones. You gotta crack the thing and then throw them back. Those I can do with a chaser in hand, but fuck, I cannot do a shot glass, pour up a thing of Bacardi or fucking vodka or whatever, and just throw that shit back. I cannot. Even the thought of it right now, I'm good, my liege. I'm good. So, in honor of not having to do shots, we're gonna, because I just grabbed the random one on my fridge. I was like, I hope I grab peach. And then I grabbed peach. I was like, fuck yeah. Get a nice little Crackington Jackson. Ooh, you can't tell me that wasn't crisp. Cheers, everybody. Yeah, this is fucking evil. This literally just tastes like tea. Literally just tastes like tea. But yeah, it was kind of, we'll call it kismet, cosmic fate, cosmic destiny. Because I was telling myself, because I'd only seen the tall boys at Walmart. That's the only place I had seen them. It was just the ginseng with tea or ginseng with honey one. And the tall boy is fine or whatever. But again, the tall boys are also 5%. So I'm like, for literally the same price, I can get a tall boy that's more alcohol percent. Whatever the fuck, right? So I told myself, I was like, fuck, if I see like the party pack, like I'd love to get it. And then I saw the party pack at work, not the fucked up one, but the regular one. That shit was like $20, $22, something like that. And I was like, I don't really feel like paying $22 plus tax for a 12 pack. Yeah, I don't think I want to do that. And again, I ain't seen them at Wally World, and that's where usually my go-to for getting bulk, cheap alcohol. Didn't see him at Wally World, so I was like, all right, whatever. And then, yeah, just randomly yesterday, I was in the fucking clearance section looking at some prickly pear booze, looking to go, like, put it back because the way it was set up was kind of weird. And then, lo and behold, a fucked up box, like, all taped together and shit, of the hard tea party pack. I was like, my guy. And the party pack was cheaper than the fucking, prickly pear. But like, it was like $1 or $2. So I think it was like, we'll call it $20 for the party pack, and then like 21 or $22 for the ale. And they're both 12 packs, so it was a little bit cheaper. And then, like I said, after tax and after the fucking discount, It was like $15 for the 12 pack. So I was like, fuck yeah. But yeah, these things are dangerous and delicious. And I have a personal hunch, a personal theory, and the reason why these aren't 8% is because if they were, that would be fucking crazy. Because I feel like the main thing stopping you with an 8% thing, and the closest I found to it not being like this, I feel like the big thing stopping 8%, or the reason why there's certain things that are 8% in tall boys, and certain things aren't, is I think the carbonation. Now you might be thinking to yourself, well, hold on, E, why the fuck would carbonation matter? Like, you're stupid. But hear me out, hear me out, hear me out, hear me out. As somebody who has drank a lot of these beer alternative beverages, right? The more carbonated and the more bubbly the drink is, the longer it takes for me to drink it, right? That's just kind of makes sense. You know, same thing when you're shotgunning a beer, you're fucking, you know what I'm saying? Just burping up the whole storm, right? But then you have these teas and these fruit punches and these non-seltzers like a Sunny D mixed with vodka kind of thing that then toe the line of not being like seltzers and not being carbonated like soda is. I think personally the reason why they make these shits are like a twisted tea, or I mean they do, I guess checkmate, there is Mike's Harder, which is lemonade. That's 8%. But that's the only one that I've seen that was a non-seltzer that's 8% and is like tall boys or whatever. Like there's White Claw Surge, that's 8%. I think Truly has a harder version, that's 8%. There's plenty the Smirnoff shits that I normally drink, those puppies are 8%. But I think it's something with it being tea or it not being as difficult to consume so many. I think that's why the alcohol percent is lower. But then again, I mean, there is wine, and wine is fucking the low end of wine is double digits. So that's already double of what this dude is. But people aren't out here recreationally slamming bottles of wine. Nah, it'd definitely be way harder to drink a bottle of wine than it would be to crush these dudes. Because these dudes, it's literally just fucking tea. Twisted tea, just tea. Mike's Hard, literally just lemonade. So I think, me personally, tinfoil hat on, I think they have these ones set to 5% because they're way easier to kill. Me personally, my own personal anecdote and experience, I was burning through these puppies last night. I was burning through them. Like this fucking skinny can, 5%, 12 fluid ounces. Like the tall boys obviously last longer because it's double the content, liquid content. But nah, I didn't go through my Smirnoff 8% tall boys as fast as I did the fucking sweet or the tea tall boys. Because again, it just tastes like tea. And there's no carbonation, there's no taste of alcohol, nothing. Like if you were to blindfold somebody and be like, or not even blindfold, just have 2 cups, one with this shit, one with tea, and then it's like, here, drink, and one of those has booze. I guarantee most people would not be able to suss out like which one has booze and which one doesn't. Because this shit genuinely just tastes like tea. Which I don't know how the fuck they do that. I don't know what the alcohol is in there that doesn't taste at all and it just makes it taste like tea or lemonade. But W strat. And it's actually kind of funny because Stancy, one of the homies, we were talking literally last night as I was looking at these bad boys, literally talking to him last night about how he had to stop drinking because of the twisted teas, because when those came out and like the seltzers came out, he fucked with the seltzers, like tried them, whatever. But what I'm exactly talking about is what he fucked with the twisted teas is that it would be a 5% tall boy that was just straight tea. So then he'd fucking kill those things because, you know, it's just tea. Or it just feels like it's tea. It doesn't feel like anything extra. And then you get up or you move or whatever, and you're like, whoa, wait a minute. Okay, I'm kind of fucked up now. I'm kind of fucked up, girl. So it's funny because what he talked about is literally what I'm talking about right now. My theory is that, like, yeah, no, I had to stop drinking. I had to put those shit down because those things were good, relatively cheap. They could get you fucked up. And it's like, yeah, no, I feel you, bro. I feel you. That's exactly how I feel with these shits. Like, this shit, this is evil. Because at least, like, with fucking White Claws, Trulies, there's carbonation, there's seltzer, there's something to stop you there, you know? Excuse me. And that wasn't even necessarily a burp from the tea. That was just a burp, you know? But if I was drinking this thing, but a Truly, or fucking White Claw, nah, game over. I'd be fucking burping every 2 seconds. Easily burping like every 2 seconds. But no, not with these puppies. And even now I think about it, like I know Truly has like lemonades and fruit punch. I don't think those are 8% either. I think those are just 5% as well, which again makes sense because those are really good and really easy to drink. And if they had a high alcohol content, then fuck, that'd be kind of fucked. And yeah, okay, you can be a chemist at home and make your own shit that's really strong, but it makes sense that a corporation, just out the door entity, is like, all right, maybe let's not have something like super potent that's super just easy to consume, I guess. But that's just my personal game theory. Just throw my hat in the ring. Oh, yeah, these things are fucking delicious. I'm already like right here on this thing. I've had a few pulls, but fuck, it is so good. But yeah, I had Tuesday through Thursday off this week. Now, Tuesday, we were productive. We do have a gamer update that will be gamer updated next week as well. So on Tuesday, I went to a job interview. I know, making shit happen. Went to a job interview. I now realize in hindsight, it wasn't until after leaving that I had it mixed up. But basically, for the past like month, 3-4 weeks, I've been trying to, because I applied to a whole bunch of different places and nobody's really gotten back to me. And I was playing I probably talked about it in previous episodes. I was basically playing phone tag with this one company where they would text me or call me like once or whatever, and then I wouldn't be available at that time. And then I call them and it would go like to a weird voicemail or whatever the fuck, or just hang up. And it was just like that, like back and forth, right? So then I got a text message, or I got a call and then a text. And I didn't read the first because it was like a block text. And I guess I skipped over the first couple words of the block text. But basically, what I had thought was that job A that I was playing phone hooky with, I thought I finally got in contact with them. I thought we are finally tapped in. And then they're like, yeah, we'd love to do an interview. When are you available? And then I respond, I'm free this day, this day, this day. And they're like, all right, can you do this time? It was 9 a.m. on Tuesday. I was like, can we do a little bit later? Like 9:30, 10. They said, unfortunately, all we have is this. So I'm like, all right, cool, bet. Boom. So then Tuesday rolls around, get up early as fuck. It's 30 minutes away. They want me there 15 minutes early, and it starts at 9. So I leave the house like 8 in the morning, go out there, 30 minutes the other side of town. And I get there. Initially, I'm confused because it's one of those kinds of things where it's like, I did it a whole bunch back in the day, but like going to a new apartment complex, you don't know where the fuck to go. Like homie says, like, yeah, I'm right over here, blah, blah, and you're just driving past, and you're like, where are we? 403C, A to 518. But no, but he said over where. So I'm pulling this parking lot where Google told me like the address was. It was like a dental place or some clinic, and I was like, what the fuck? So then I popped my head in. I'm like, I didn't even say anything. They're like, interview? I was like, yes. And they're like, right next door. And they both chuckled, like, right next door. And I was like, okay, all right. And I was like, just out of curiosity, what number am I? And they're like, there's been a lot today. It's Tuesday. I guess the company does these interviews on Tuesday or whatever. And I was like, all right, well, thank you guys very much. Go across the road. It's a very weird setting. I've only been in a handful of these kinds of settings, but basically it was, for lack of a better term, a conference room, but it wasn't a conference room, a part of any other building. It's like you open a door. Think of a smaller like cell phone shop or like electronic shop, like Radio Shack. Shout out Radio Shack. Think of something like that, but then instead of technology and everything, it was like a couple of tables going down, rows of chairs, and then a big ass TV that was playing like a lo-fi hip hop fucking chill beats to relax to for 10 hours or whatever the fuck. So I opened the door. Me and the dude come in at the same time. Turns out his name is the exact same as mine, which is funny. But we were both coming in from the same time from the parking lot. Open the door for him. Ka-cling, ka-cling. Open the door. See like fucking 8 people. Back table's pretty much full. A couple people sitting in the front here. Nobody's up front. And there's some chairs in the back. And then a dude comes out of like one of these because there's like a couple offices. So it's like a big room you walk into. And then towards the end of it, it's like 3 separate offices, right? So then the dude pops out of a door. He's like, hey, you here for the interview? I'm like, yeah. We're both like, yeah. He's like, all right, cool. Just sign in over there and then take one of those papers, fill it out, and then blah, 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 blah. So then we both fill the thing out, whatever, grab another piece of paper. At this point, I realized as soon as I walked in the building and like walked towards it, I was like, wait, what fucking job did I wait, what fucking job is this for? So, because I won't say the company's name, but it's a combination of solar, security, and pest control, which I thought was a very interesting hybrid of all of those, because in my mind, those are like completely different things. But anyway, this is a combination pest control, security, and solar company, and not security as in people security, but as in like setting up security systems for like private and commercial corporations, right? So I get in, open the door, dude's like yada yada yada, grab a piece of paper. It's like a very easy schmeezy. It's like, what's your name, whatever. Do you have this experience? Do you have that experience? And then one of the questions was like, why do you want this position, or why did you apply for this job? So I did some cheesy ass fucking like it was like, why'd you apply for this position? I was like, to broaden my horizons and explore into other areas of the workforce that I have yet to branch out into, or some bullshit like that. Because still at this point, I didn't know what the fucking job was. I'm just fucking here, and I'm like, it's asking me like, why are you here? I'm like, honestly, no fucking clue, right? That's what I'm thinking in my head. So I'm like, I don't know why the fuck I'm here. And it's crazy because I wasn't the most, like, we weren't prom night dressed up, but of course, me with my appearance, long sleeve, button down, slacks, and I even wore my fucking work shoes because they were black. I was like, I don't give a fuck, right? Just that bare minimum, we'll call it business casual, right? Slacks, button down, long sleeve, tucked in belt, right? I was the best dressed person in the room. The best dressed person, hands down, in the whole fucking room. And I had a tucked in, button down shirt and slacks. I was wearing fucking tennis shoes, for Christ's sake. The dude in front of me, so there's multiple tables. It's like a psychology thing. When you come into a room and you're like unfamiliar, whatever territory, everybody just goes to the back. So the last table was already filled up with people. There's a couple of people sitting in the middle, and then there was one that was right up front, and then where they're presenting. And he is not gonna fucking excuse me. All right, no, fuck that. So I walk in, I look, and I see there's chairs in the back by the wall. I'm like, all right, bet, boom, go back to the wall, filling shit out. Dude in front of me, black shirt, tatted as fuck, like a fucking Jordan t-shirt. I could see his fucking like Ralph Lauren fucking boxers, faded acid wash jeans, and fucking Jordans. The dude pulls up next to me, late by the way. It's like after 9:00. Dude pulls up next to me, is a fucking painter. So homie's got fucking painted on Timbs, dusty ass pants, completely painted over, crusty ass shirt, completely painted over, fucked up old ass hat tilted to the side, hands dirty as fuck, paint on them and shit, coming in for a fucking interview. And then homie just sits down right next to me, fucking, riding on we were all riding on the chair spaces, but because the other Evan sat next to me, but one space over, so I'm sitting over here, like, riding on the chair. He's doing the same bullshit. So homie sits down not the chair next to me, but one in between. And, so he's filling out his fucking bullshit. And I'm looking around. I'm like, there's no way that in a job interview setting, E is the most professional looking person. That's fucking crazy. What are we doing here? Other dudes, one dude literally looked exactly like me. He was in fucking basketball shorts, a t-shirt, and fucking some whatever shoes on. Like, all right, cool. There was one girl. She was the second best dressed. One woman, indeterminate age. She was definitely younger, around my age, but she had like a summertime like dress thing, but still fancy shoes, whatever. And then my boy Evan next to me, like third best, polo, simple like green polo, slim like skinny jeans, whatever the fuck. But everybody else just straight. We'll just say E has been to. Let's just say E has had some experiences going to different kinds of curriculum and classes that aren't within the educational system, but in which you meet a broad depth of all kinds of people from all different kinds of background, and you're in a class together with each other. It felt like one of those classes. I was getting flashbacks to when I was going to these classes, and I'm like, wait, is this like the fuck? I swear to God, I saw bro like fucking in 2022 in those classes with me. Like, is this a job interview or am I fucking in purgatory going back to these shitter classes, right? So I was just mind boggled to myself. I'm like, how the fuck is he the best dressed here? And I counted because I wanted to know at one point. I was being a nosy bitch. I was like, how many people are here? There was 12 people or like 13 people. I was like, damn, how is E the best dressed out of a dozen motherfuckers? That's crazy. That's crazy. Minus the lady, best dressed person there. Best dressed dude there. Easily. And again, we weren't even going hard. We were just doing the bare minimum, like first day of school kind of first impression thing. Other motherfuckers just I don't know what was in the water, but learn what the job is. There was a dude that was for security, and there was a head dude that was for solar, and they both had like a PowerPoint presentation and broke down what the job would be, what the pay would be, what we're doing per each thing, whatever. And then they broke off and did single interviews with people. And obviously, through them doing the presentations and the slideshows, I was like, oh, so that's what this job is. Cool, 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 cool. Bet, bet, bet. Because leading up to that point, I had no fucking clue what it was. I knew it had something to do with pest control, something to do with security, and something to do with fucking solar. But other than that, I didn't even remember applying to this job to fucking begin with. But obviously I did because they had my number and they said my fucking name and they said I reached out to them. So I'm like, all right, bet. Show up at a place. And this is the first place that responded to me in the past like month and a half that I've been actively seeking new employment. So your boy's a little desperate. So I was like jumping at the bit, like, yeah, let's go. Right. So get down there. Everything's gravy, listening to people. One dude is like, so is this like a sales position? And the security guy is like, yeah. After pretty much explaining that this is a sales position, this is what you'll be doing. Here's your base pay. You can make commission uncapped. Yeah, jump in the back. Yeah, is this a sales position? After homie's just like, so, sales. Is this a sales position? Yes. All right, cool. Thank you. Stands up, tucks his chair, and cling, cling, walks out the door. Just like, all right, well, that was easy. One less competitor, I guess, right? But anyway, I fucking killed it. The solar dude fucking loved me. I had him riz the fuck up. I don't even know what I was doing. I wasn't even being that fucking funny. But I'd say something mildly whatever, and he's just fucking busting up laughing. I was like, yeah, I mean, that's a good sign. That's a good sign. And then security, not as much buttered up, but homie, I could still feel like homie was fucking with me. And I personally myself, based off all the other people and all the other candidates, I was second to last getting interviewed. Other Evan went right before me. I personally feel like amongst all the candidates and my answers and the one-on-ones, I feel like of the pool of people that was there that day, if I were them, I would look at my application and all that bullshit on top. But I knew I killed it, at least in the solar dude. He even told me, he's like, fine, I know we're supposed to be hiring for security, but like, I really like you, man. Like, I'm gonna go next door, talk to him, whatever the fuck. And then he does, comes back, and then I go next door next to him. But yeah, no, I killed it. I feel like I killed it. It was a relief to finally be actually into something, as in like getting a response back. Because a lot of this is fucking depressing. This feels like I'm shouting into the void because I'm applying here, applying there, over there, under there, over there, and just fucking nothing. Radio silence. I'm checking my fucking email address every day. I'm checking my phone, obviously. Nothing. Not a fucking peep. The only thing I get is these motherfuckers yanking my fucking cock this whole time about whatever, playing phone tag. So Tuesday, I actually have something that's materialized in the flesh there. Fucking Babe Ruth knocked that shit out of the park. So I'm just waiting. I'll have to check my email again, see if they email me. They have my phone number, so I was kind of expecting a text or a call, but we'll see with that. Also, that coincides with that. Finally, it was yesterday. No, fucking today. It was literally today. My time perception is fucked. I know work time. I don't even know what day of the week it is usually. It's just, oh, I work that day, or oh, I don't work that day. Anyway, today I got a fucking call from Group B that I've been fucking playing phone tag with. Same text, same phone number. Hey, send us an application. We'd love to get a call with you. Blah, 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 blah. Bang my line. So I'm like, all right, bet. This has happened 5 or 6 fucking times. 2 ships in the night kind of thing, right? So then this time, earlier today, I'm on work at 2. It's around like 1:30, 1:45-ish. No. Oh, no. 12:30. almost 1-ish. Sorry, not that close. It's like 12:30, 12:45-ish. And I'm like, all right, fuck it. I'm going to call him back. Oh, no. No, this was later because I didn't shower. No, because I showered last night leading into it, so I wouldn't have to. Let me check my fucking phone log. Because now I'm fucked up. I'm like, wait, when did I? Let's see. No, it was. Oh, no. I'm fucked up. It was today. I wasn't on. Oh my god. Oh, I was fucked. Wow. No, okay, no, it was today. I'm an asshole. It was today, and it was at 1:52 they called me. I'm on at 2. And so I called them back like I had been doing because it was really fucking weird. They'd call me, leave a voicemail, whatever. I'd call that number that they leave the voicemail, right? Or that they text me to call. I'd call it and ring like 2 times, like brr, brr, and it would sound like a voice in the background, and then it would cut off, be like, cut off, and then do a weird, not the trilling sound, but more of a burr, 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 like a more impatient, shorter kind of beeping tone, and then it would just cut off. Not even let you like leave a voicemail, nothing. It would just fucking cut off. That's what happened every other fucking time. I see I got called by them, call them, I call the number back. I'm like, is that the same number? Yes, that's the same fucking number. All right, let's do it again. Calls it. I'm fucking one, like the movies and shit. I got the phone cradled right here. I'm fucking one leg is through my pant, fucking jumping around, whatever, right? Burr, burr, or brr, brr. Hi, this is Samantha. Thank you for calling Shmeesh Mashmeef. How can I help you? I was like, hello? She's like, hi, how can I help you? Not that corporate. But she's like, yeah, what's up? How can I help you? I was like, hi, my name's Evan. I been talking to you guys back and forth, blah, 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 blah. She's like, oh, yeah, I have your file right here. She's like, well, I just pulled it up. I don't have it right here. I'm not trying to, she was being kind of funny too. And I was like, oh, no, you're fine. So we're both laughing back and forth. And yeah, at this point, it's like less than 10 minutes before I'm supposed to be to work. And this is the first time I got through to him. And she's like, all right, well, would you be able to do a quick interview over the phone real quick? Or is now not a good time? And I just kind of chuckled. I was like, yeah, this is not a good time, unfortunately. I'm on my way out the door to go to work. And I told her what I just previously told you guys. I'm like, I've been calling you guys back like every fucking time you guys are called me, but then I never get anything. So I kind of was just doing a shot in the dark again, but now you picked up. So then she chuckled. And then the reason why is because they have insane fucking hours. So when I had called her and we were on the phone right before 2, she's like, okay, yeah, no, we can reschedule to do an interview. We're the last ones in the office and we're about to leave in 5 minutes. So that's fucking why, because every time they're calling me in the morning at like 9, 10 in the morning, or like 8 in the morning, I'm not fucking awake or whatever. So then I'm calling them back in the afternoon. The fucking office is closed. That's why. But it doesn't it's a company that isn't in my city. So when I try to look up like business hours or whatever, it like wasn't corresponding. Hell, even in my own city, when I look up like business hours for a company, it'll say one thing on Google and then I'll get there and it'll be completely different, right? So I didn't know that these customers were like done at 2. So I was like, oh, bet. Okay, gotcha. Or no, I think this had to have been yesterday. Was this today? Because I'm thinking about it, because I think it was on Friday. No, I'm a customer. It was yesterday, not today. It was yesterday, because I was on yesterday at like 3. So I called them at like 2 yesterday. On Friday, that's what it was. She said, okay, yeah, we're about to be out of the office in a couple minutes here. We can reschedule you. We'll be in the office on Sunday till this time. Really weird. But then we'll be back Monday until 5. And I was like, all right, perfect. Let's do Monday. Well, I'll call you guys Monday. She's like, okay, cool. And then I said, all right, pencil me in as, very interested or something like that. And she chuckled at that. She's like, all right, cool. We got you. And I was like, all right, cool. I'll talk to you guys. I'll see you Monday, basically. So your boys got a couple pots. We're kind of cooking a little bit. We got a little action, a little heat going on. So we already Tuesday planted the seeds with those guys who I think they did like me. They fucked with me. So maybe potentially that. But then also at the same time, we'll find out, not tomorrow because it's Sunday, but the day after that, I'm going to call them Monday. I don't work till later on Monday, so I'll call them like noon or something like that. Do the interview with them, figure that shit out, and then depending on whether or not I get hit up from people A, or depending on how desperate people B want me, because I told people A, because part of the question was when's your availability, and I told them, well, you guys let me know, and I'll put my 2 weeks in, and as soon as that 2 weeks is up, I'm free. And they're like, all right, bet. So those guys already know, balls in their court. They have my number. We did a face-to-face interview. Up to them whether or not they'll take me. But yeah, depending on how job B is feeling and people B are feeling and the rate at what they want to go, because at this point I'm fucking leaping on the first whatever the fuck. They're like, hey, over here, bet. I'm right fucking there. So if on Monday I call these mugs and they're like, we want you now, and I'm like, all right, can you give me 2 weeks? And they're like, we'll be waiting the 14th day. I'm in there like swimwear. So potentially by next week's episode, you guys will find out whether or not we did indeed get a new job. I hope we did. I'm confident we did. And I'm proud of myself. Not that I did anything different, but it feels nice to finally feel like my efforts and me reaching out are finally being heard and it's finally going somewhere. Because I literally went to the 15th page on Indeed and applied for every job that I felt would be something I'd either be good at, something I'd want to do, something I have skills for, whatever. Went to the 15th fucking page, my guy. Applied to all different kinds of jobs. And that's part of why when I got to this one on Tuesday, I was like, what the fuck job is this for? When I checked my phone afterwards, I was like, obviously I knew at that point it was a completely different job, but I was like, I swear to God, that was group B, the people I had been talking to. And then I checked my phone, checked the phone number, literally first 3 words. Hi, this is Lisa with insert company A, not insert company B at all. We saw your application. We'd be interested. Would you be available to do an interview? And that was at like 9 in the morning or whatever the fuck. So I didn't even fully read it. And I was like, oh, bet. Yeah, fuck it. Yeah, let's do it. Thinking it was those people. Then shortly finding out when I got there, it wasn't those people, but also something that could be cool. So we may or may not do that. We'll see. The position with this company B is a brand ambassador, which I already forgot what the fuck that entails. But hey, if it has to do with people and fucking shit, we'll be doing fine. We'll fuck it up. So I'm not too concerned about it. I honestly just want to learn more about it because again, I applied to so many different fucking positions. There's even a couple that I myself not necessarily turned down, but rather like there was one I applied to work at a nursery basically, but then the pay for it and then also the job requirements just weren't where I was at. So again, I was being desperate and gripless, so I was applying to a whole bunch of shit. But then when they reached out to me and they were like, yeah, I'd love to do an interview with you or whatever, I was like, okay, bet. And I looked back through the application and what the job entailed, and I was like, oh, this is for like 14 or 15 an hour, mostly outdoors, 8-hour shifts, weekends. So I'm like, oh, and it's a cashiering thing. I'm like, yeah, no, I'm not trying to pivot from making like barely 15 an hour at a grocery store, working indoors, sweating my balls off, to then working for $14 or $15 outdoors, sweating my balls off during the summertime. I'm good on that, Chief. With that. So that one is the only one that I didn't do anything with, that they did respond back to me. But these other two are the only other ones that they've reached out to me and they're like, hey, E, we love what you're doing. How about you tap the fuck in, pal? So I'm excited for that. I'm excited to find out what their thing is, what the position is, what the pay is, because I already know what the other one is. And especially on the solar side, it seems very similar to what I had done before. Because for literally a month, 3 days before Christmas, they canned me. But a month, in I think 21 or 22. One of those two. I think it was 21. I think it might have been 21, but it could have been 22. For a month, from November to December, one of those 2 years, I did door-to-door solar panel sales, and it fucking flopped because it was a pandemic, and motherfuckers already aren't normally opening the doors to strangers, but when a fucking infectious disease is involved that the whole world's affected by, people were extra not fucking with like, ding, 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 oh, let's find out who it is. So I literally and figuratively never even got in the door with that sales job. but it was awesome. I loved it. We were out in the field. We were knocking. I still got paid. I was getting base pay, but then you make commission on top of that. But it's literally because I didn't sell anything that they terminated me. And like, it was sad because the dude that fired me was the dude that hired me. And he wasn't that much older than me, but we clicked with each other. Like everybody that we worked with, we all fucked with each other. And then, yeah, when he canned me, he's like, I'm sorry, bro. Like, I fuck with you personally. But, you know, and I already knew, I was like, yeah, I'm not selling, man. I know, no harm, no hard feelings, but I'm not selling anymore. I am still sad to this day, though, because I had a homie who was a couple years younger than me. Shout out Sage. I was like 20, 21. He was like 18. I think he was literally 18. And he was the homie. I worked with him. We canvassed together. And they basically had a group chat. Think of basically Discord, but for corporate America. So we're in a group chat. We had this app downloaded for the chat and this other thing, whatever. And then we both got canned on the same day. And then I wanted to go back into the Discord to get his number and get his personal shit from him because I was only communications was through that. So then we both got canned on that day. And then I go hop in the fucking app and I was basically kicked out. And to this day, I've never seen that kid again. So shout out Sage. He was fucking sick. I wish I got his number or fucking something. Because he was going to do in the summertime, he was talking about doing like boat fishing up in like Alaska and making like thousands of dollars in like 3 months and then coming back down. Or I think he had done that already and was planning on doing it. And I was like, dude, that's fucking sick. Here I am working for like 17 an hour in Arizona, running around knocking on doors and shit. And you're out here on the fucking seas making like 8 bands in a few months. Like, that's something to be tapped into. But yeah, other than I'll never forget. I checked my phone, logged into the app, kicked out. Well, not even logged in. Like opened it up, realized I was kicked out, and I was like, "Oh, that's it. I'm never gonna see this kid again." Cool, and I haven't. That was 2 or 3 years ago, and I to this day have not seen him. So, Sage, if you ever see this, I hope you're doing well, buddy. It was fun back in the day. We had some fucking fun going to Wendy's, hit the Benjamin. We had some good fucking times, but we had some good fucking times. But yeah, anyway, that side tangent excluded. I do have a little taste of that world with it, but now I feel like it's not like my people skills were an issue back then, but I just felt like it was a skill issue as far as the world went. And I told the people during the interview, especially the solar dude, and I was like, yeah, I tried knocking on doors back then, wasn't so successful, not for anything I think that I myself did or didn't do. I mean, I wasn't even tatted back then, so it's not like they looked at me and they're like, oh my God, that kind of like prejudice or anything. So I knew it wasn't anything I did or didn't do. I just wasn't able to make sales. So now that the world's more opened up, people don't really give a fuck. People go to fest. Hell, I went to Grade A 2023 last year with 20,000 fucking people. So now that the world's not in as much a give a fuck mood about it, I feel like, oh my God. I mean, I already personally just draw people for whatever reason. I could talk to people about anything. And especially if it's something I give a fuck about, even remotely, or something like solar, like I actually do believe in. Oh, fuck yeah. I could sell water to a fish. I could fucking sell a pie to a man that just ate a buffet. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not worried about that. Like I told the people, it's literally and figuratively just getting in the door, and then it's over after that. So I don't know if specifically that position is the same title and I'm like doing the same thing of like going door to door. Because the way they made it sound on the security side, at least, was that it was specific houses that have already been, I guess, approved or like specific situations or whatever. And I guess the solar and security are different businesses and do run differently. But I could tell the solar guy was fucking with me heavy. So if we don't end up in the security side, I feel like we definitely end up in the solar side. But either way, fuck, I'd be happy. Because it's not like I'm against sales. It had to be something I give a fuck about. So solar, that's something I can give a fuck about. Security, making people feel more safe, that's something I can give a fuck about. You know what I'm saying? I can fuck around with that. But yeah, I'm excited to find out Monday what that potential job could be and how soon that potential job could start. Because, I mean, I've been bitching on the podcast for fucking months about how I'm fucking done. I don't want to be here. I don't know how I've been here this whole fucking time. Like I told the dude in the job interview, the solar dude, and I was like, I'm currently working at insert store here, and it'll be 2 years in September since I literally less than 4 months now. It'll be 2 years since I've worked at this job, and I'm not trying to be at this job for 2 fucking years. And he chuckled at that. So they know E's ready to bounce. So yeah, I'm excited. It just feels good to feels like I'm finally getting some wind back in my sails. I'm finally getting some motion, something going on, Because because obviously, ideally, I want to be focusing on this and doing this kind of stuff. But like I've been saying, and part of the transition was getting financially stable so then I can go to school. And because without doing the internet stuff and figuring out a way to make money on the internet stuff, I feel like I know the only way else to move laterally, financially, and all that in life would be through blue collar stuff, education, and or doing the internet stuff. So we've been grinding, going ham on the internet stuff, but obviously that shit's not paying any kind of bills yet. So I do still have to be realistic, and I still need to work. So I'm excited to finally have something where I might not have to work as much, get paid way fucking more, and just not dread working most of the time, you know, because that's the point where it's gotten to nowadays, where it's just like, just wake up with dread some days, and that's never a good feeling. You should never, I mean, there's a lot of things in life we should never have to feel, but life is not fun in that aspect. But I'm glad to be able to finally start to see a light at the end of the tunnel, because it was getting pretty dark for a while, and I definitely felt trapped for a while, and it didn't help seeing other people get out of it seemingly very easily. And it's like, fuck, they could do it. Why the fuck am I still here? What is going on? Why am I still here? I feel fucking trapped. It's not a good mind space. It's not a good set to be in. But I told Sarah when I was getting my elbow piece done, because June will be my next piece and it'll be the last piece to wrap up the tattoo. And I told her, like, you know what? I'd love to be, you know, a different job by the time I see you next. So I'm manifesting that. I'm already thinking about telling Sarah, like, yeah, Sarah, I've been doing this for XYZ amount of time, you know? And depending on the timeline or time reference of the transition between the two jobs, whether A or B, I'll just let them know right off the bat, like, hey, this day, the 7th of June, won't be available. Then on, whatever, but I already have an appointment set. Don't fucking ask, but I have an appointment set for June 7th. So other than that, I'm free to go. So maybe hire me after that. Maybe I can work a couple days, whatever, take off, whatever, but June 7th. But yeah, a little tear to my eye. We're wrapping up the tattooer, but I feel like there's no more poetic justice and there's no more better way for me to wrap this up than to move on, get a new job, and then have that job, and then get the last piece, the tattooer. Because every single piece I've gotten, with the exception of the moth on my thigh over here, which is my first piece that I got, every single piece I've gotten has been every single month that I've worked at this job minus 2 months. So I've been working there since September of 22. No, it's had to be 21. Yeah, it had to have been 21 because I wasn't working for a while. And yeah, it'll be 2 years in September. Okay, so yeah, 21 was the solar job. Late 21 was the solar job. But anyway, been working this job since September of 22. Didn't get a piece till almost Halloween, October, like late October, like literally 6 months to the day after my birthday. Late October, got my second piece, which was this dude. And that's because I'd already been working for like almost 2 months at that point. And then it was October, November. Oh, why did I skip December? It still fucking annoys me that I skipped December, because, like, fuck, I could have been every fucking, but January, February, March, April, May, June, July, so I look at my body and I see all the beautiful work and all the stuff that I've done over this past almost 2 years, and yeah, I feel like this is what better way to, and also I felt like June was a great month because it's all kinds of things coming together. Because I'm also at the end of, like, I had a list written down of stuff I wanted to get and tattoo ideas and stuff like that. That is now an empty list. So there's no longer any ideas or things that I have that I want to get for tattoos. It'll be the 6th month, which is halfway through the year, and also potentially new job. So I am sad because I've been thinking about it too, because I'm excited to get my new piece. But then I'm also like, damn, bro, like, whenever you do get your next piece, well, not whenever, but when June 7th comes, that's the last time that you're going to be in the shop and see Sarah for a minute. Because between working a new job and being a fiend and doing this kind of shit, I don't know when exactly, not having ideas, I don't know when exactly I'm going to get another piece. And Sarah's a beautiful soul. Shout out Sarah, Bloodless Tattoo, Sriracha Inc. on Instagram, SAHRA Inc. on Instagram. Beautiful human being, wonderful tattoo artist, makes beautiful art. I'm gonna miss her. I'm gonna have to tap into something with her, figure something out, even if it's just like helping around the shop or something like that. Because she's honestly such an awesome person, and the little escapes that I've had going to her shop and talking with her every month of these past almost 2 years, it brought a lot of inspiration and encouragement that I felt like, not to say that there weren't people in my own life that weren't her saying similar things or the exact same things, but I don't know. Maybe it's because it was somebody in a similar position, like the same age as me, but then seeing her ultimately doing everything that I would want to do, and the fact of like she's living her own life. She's an artist who makes a living off the art that she creates. She meets people, impacts people's lives, has a ripple effect, and it's awesome. And like an average tattoo that I would get, my week salary of hating my fucking life working at this job, she would make in 3 hours of us having a great time on Friday. A Friday afternoon, she'd make in 3 hours what I made in a whole fucking week, white knuckling through half the week. So she was honestly really inspirational to just, and I'd always have conversations with her. And like, even in this one, she's like, when I see you in June, like next time I see you, you better have a new job. I'm like, bet, like, let's do it. So that's part of why the reason I'm also excited for these job prospects. So I'm gonna go run back to Sarah and be like, I did it, Sarah. I did it. I'm fucking out of here. I'm out of the shackles. I did it. I fucking did it, Sarah. Because she's been such a great hype man. And yeah, I love you, Sarah. You're fucking awesome, beautiful human being. I'm glad I met you. And I met a lot of cool people also through her. It turns out there's people that I went to high school with that we've been tangentially like liking and following her shit for a while. And it wasn't until the convention that we met each other IRL. And we're like, wait a minute. Yo, what's up, dog? So that was fucking cool. But yeah, and I just feel like personally, I'm at a point where I'm like, okay, yeah. Because up until I got this big honker on my leg, like I said before, when I got that piece, now I felt like I was tattooed. Like all it took was fucking blasting all my legs and majority of my arms for me, like, whoa, I have tattoos now. But that's been the truth. Like after I hit this dude and filled out the inside of my right leg, and then I did a dope ass piece for my birthday month, filling out the left side of my leg, I was like, damn, bro, like you're fucking here, bro. Like when I wake up, the first fucking thing I see is these leg tattoos every time. First thing when I wake up, I just see my leg tattoos. So I'm at a point now where it's like I feel sufficiently tatted. And like I said before in the previous episode, when Sarah was showing me pictures, the third person perspective of me at the tattoo convention showing the judges my new piece, I was like, oh fuck. Like obviously I don't see myself in the third person hardly ever. But seeing myself in the perspective of how other people view me, especially from a distance, I was like, damn, that motherfucker's yadding looks cool as fuck. That's sick. Like I want to dap myself up for that because like that guy looks sick, and I was like, oh fuck, it's me. Oh shit, right? So now I feel like it's a combination of all these things. Of like ran out of ideas, kind of new phase of my life, halfway through the year. Yeah. So I am sad, and a part of me is sad, but at the same time, change is good, and it'll open up new doors and new avenues and new opportunities. So yeah, I'm excited, but I'm sad at the same time to bring the tattooer to an end. But I guess on the flip side of that is I can make a video about it and talking about it as if I haven't yapped enough about it. But people have asked me throughout the tattooer, like, oh, I should do a fucking tattoo video or tattoo tour video or whatever the fuck. And I'll be like, I want to, but I don't know when the fuck I'm stopping. And I don't want to make a video, and it's like here I am, and the next video is fucking crazy more shit. But now I'm fully at the point where it's like I feel full, if that makes sense. Like I was just fucking eating up tattoos, going to appointments, but now I feel like okay, no, he's feeling full. I'm feeling full. I'm pretty fucking yadded. My next piece is gonna fill out basically this space in my arm, which is gonna fucking suck right here. That's gonna not looking forward to that. But basically it's gonna fill out this area of my arm, loosely fill out the sleeve that we've been building. So I feel like that's also gonna be a nice little pin in it to be able to kind of wrap up. Because this is technically the arm I started the whole upper thing with and went this dude, then this dude. So, and I got this guy, and then I was doing this last year. So it's cool to end off on this dude. You know, I feel like, all right, E, we've put some work in, we put some dirt in. But yeah, I'll be able to make a tattoo video about it. I'll learn how to edit and do more professional bullshit. And I'll be like, and then this tattoo, and I'll bring up a picture of the tattoo. I'll figure out how to do all that sweaty bullshit. I'm looking forward to it. But yeah, June, handful of weeks. It's going to be the last tattoo, at least for the time being. Who knows? Time, budget, whatever. Might do like maybe she does like Halloween flash, or because I mean, like I said, this dude I got Friday the 13th of last year. I don't think there'll be a Friday the 13th this year, but maybe some Halloween spoopy flash, maybe some fucking, I don't even know. But yeah, I'm officially at the point where I'm like, all right, I'm ready to tap. I'm ready to tap. I feel happy and satisfied with what I've done, and I feel like I'm at a good stopping point because now I'm because before I was looking to fill up, and now that I'm filled up, I'm looking for what would fill in good now with the rest of it, because before I was just getting spots and filling out places, but now it's like, okay, like my legs, for example, like I have left side, right side, and calf tatted on my legs. So now it's like, okay, well, what do we want to put in like the lower leg, down by the ankle? Same with my arms, like what do I want to put up here, down here, what I'm going to do up here, back of the bicep. We got a whole bunch of space, whole bunch of real estate. I'll do some WWE, or not WWE, some fucking MMA training, fucking slim down this bad boy, and then y'all motherfuckers will never see me with a shirt on. If I even get remotely ripped in my life, I will never wear a shirt ever again. And like, if I have shit to show off, you bet your fucking bippy you're gonna watch me show off. So hey, I'm not gonna say we're gonna be fucking washboard abs out here. Fuck that. I don't have the dedication for that. But we'll lose a few lbs, get a nice little tummy tat, probably work on the chest some more. The real bitch that we'll save for adulthood later is the back. And the only reason why I say that's the real bitch is because I obviously, or maybe not obviously, but I am very much a native back sleeper. So if I'm not laying fully out on my back, I'm like on my sides or whatever the fuck. I don't know if I can really. I'll deadass have to like practice sleeping on my stomach leading up to the tattoo, because there's no fucking way, especially after, like in the healing process, immediately after the tattoo and everything, I'm not gonna be fucking laying on my back when I have back pieces. That is not gonna fucking happen. Especially after I pull the Sanoderm off, the second skin. We're not doing that. That's not. We're not playing those reindeer games. So at worst, maybe depending on where it is and what it is, maybe I'll be able to get away with sleeping on the side. But nah, even right now, the thought of laying on my bed with a new tattoo on my back, fucking cringe. Not doing that. Oh, also shittily, I'll have to fucking sit up while I'm gaming and shit. I won't be able to fucking. Yeah, that'll be for later adult E. Yeah, that'll be for later adult E. I'm good on all that. But I just realized thank God I set an alarm, because I set an alarm for an hour and 5 minutes because I knew I was going to yap. I was like, there's no way this motherfucker's not going to talk a fucking ear off. So I was like, let me set an alarm because I know I'm already running behind, and I know I'm this and I know I'm that. So, normally we do like little circle time reading or whatever, but didn't necessarily get to that, but that's okay. That's all right. There's always next week. We'll get to it next week. I appreciate y'all for being tapped in. If y'all made it to this point, comment job or just JOB. Motherfuckers be real confused. Like, why are they telling E to get a job in chat? That's crazy. But yeah, drop job if you made it this far. As always, I appreciate y'all. Make sure you go check out the Discord, and I'll see y'all in next week's episode. Peace.